and there is a cell. There is a two type of cell, electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell. The principle of electrochemical cell is chemical energy to electrical energy. Means first chemical reaction takes place and then electricity produced. As you can see the clock in which what is filled? Battery, and the clock is running, electricity is produced over there. Why? Because in battery the chemical reaction occurs which convert into electrical and hence electricity produced. Okay. And second type of cell is the electrolytic cell, that is called electrolysis. So today and this principle is just opposite, means electrical energy to chemical energy. Suppose if you are taking NaCl solution, putting NaCl solution and you are not passing the current, will reaction takes place? No. But when you are just connecting with the electricity, the reaction takes place and there is a formation of product at anode as well as cathode. So what is the difference between these two? This chemical energy to electrical energy and this principle based on electrical energy to chemical energy. In this clock, electrochemical cell is there and reaction is taking place and electricity is produced. Means automatically reaction takes place, chemical reaction takes place. So this is the reason that is called spontaneous reaction takes place. And what is the common in both cases? In both cases, redox reaction takes place. And what is the difference between these redox reaction? There is a spontaneous redox reaction takes place, while here non-spontaneous. Because when you are not passing the electricity, no reaction takes place. Only after passing the electricity, reactions occur. So spontaneous and non-spontaneous reaction. It becomes spontaneous only after supplying the electricity. Right? Second difference is this. First is the principle different, opposite. Third, you can see the sign convention of anode and cathode. What is the sign convention of anode here? Negative. And what is the sign convention? Positive. So in electrochemical cell, which is also called galvanic cell, is anode sign is negative, cathode is positive, while in case of electrolytic cell, anode is positively charged, cathode is negatively charged. Okay? And you know that electron always flow from negative to positive. So in this case, you see electron flow from zinc to copper. Okay, and we are taking one example of electrochemical cell, that is Daniell cell. What is Daniell cell? In Daniell cell, we take two electrodes and these electrodes are dipped into their respective electrolyte. What are the two electrodes? Zinc and copper. And zinc dipped into zinc sulfate, copper dipped into copper sulfate. So the electrode and electrolyte. Okay. So in this, okay, here the zinc is losing. Okay, which one is more reactive? You have read in class 10, zinc and copper. Which one is more reactive? Zinc. And the more reactive element displays the less reactive element from their respective compound, right? In 10. So zinc is more reactive than copper. So zinc get oxidized. Because I told in cell always redox reaction takes place. So here the zinc is more reactive, so it will get oxidized. What do you mean by oxidize? Means zinc is oxidizes into zinc 2 plus ion by loss of 2 electrons. Right? So now this zinc rod is converting into zinc 2 plus ion. This is going into the solution. This zinc 2 plus going into the solution, and the electron which one is loose, that is flow through the wire to the other side. So why the anode is negative here? Because accumulation of electrons. Zinc is changing into zinc 2 plus ion and the electrons which is accumulated over there, and hence it is a negatively charged. Okay, so this is the reason it is negative. But why it is called anode? Why negative? This is clear, but why negative is called anode? Because anode means always which reaction takes place? Oxidation. At anode always oxidation reaction takes place. And you see zinc is getting oxidized to zinc 2 plus ion. Okay? So due to oxidation it is called anode, and electron flow from anode to cathode. Electron always flow from negative to positive, means anode to cathode, and current flow from opposite. Yani what? Cathode. So this is clear. Electron is flow from anode to cathode, current flow from cathode to anode. After this one is clear? Okay. Now the question is this. This zinc is getting oxidized into zinc 2 plus ion, which is accumulated in the solution, and the electrons, this is flow through the wire into the another side, and this electron goes into the solution. solution में चला जाएगा, right? And in this solution, what we have taken? Copper sulfate. Copper sulfate means, okay, we have taken copper sulfate solution. So what is there? Copper 2 plus and sulfate 2 minus. Copper 2 plus and sulfate 2 minus. So when electron is coming through wire into the solution, so this copper 2 plus gain these 2 electrons to convert into copper solid, and this, okay, so in solution copper sulfate is there, but the copper 2 plus ion is deposited at this copper electrode. So what will happen? The concentration of copper 2 plus will be decreases. Here zinc ion increases and here copper 2 plus concentration decreases. Are you getting the point, all of you? Okay. So what you are observing? The cation concentration increases. Here anion concentration increases. But we know the solution should be always neutral. Means the cation and anion number should be same. And this is the reason when you are taking zinc electrode, copper electrode, connecting to the galvanometer and electricity on everything, but you see there is no deflection in galvanometer. Why? The circuit is still not complete. It is incomplete. So what is one thing more required? The very, very important thing required, that is salt bridge. What is salt bridge? It is connecting both solution. You can see that one also. I will show the demonstration also, that this whole Daniel cell I will show. So this is salt bridge. So what is the role of the salt bridge? What is salt bridge? Salt bridge is a bridge which connect both the solution in which we fill the salt. And which type of salt? Neutral electrolytic salt. That like KCl, K2SO4, you can take anything. Salt which is mixed with the agar-agar, just like a jelly, semi-solid. The pores are open, but the salt is not flowing. ऐसा नहीं कि KCl से निकल के आ रहा है, okay? So KCl is not flowing at all. So what is the role of the salt bridge? Two roles. One is it's completing the circuit, and second, maintaining the electrolytic neutrality of the solution. What is the meaning of that? What is filled over here? KCl, K plus and Cl minus, right? When the zinc cation concentration is more, what is required? Anion. Cation ज़्यादा है, हमें उसको न्यूट्रलाइज करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? Anion. We will get anion from where? From salt bridge. So what is coming from salt bridge? What will come out? क्या निकलेगा? Cl minus. So now there will be ion flow. Cl minus will flow, that combined with zinc to neutralize it. Okay. And here this another side you can say what is more? Sulfate. Anion is more. If anion is more, what is required? अगर यहाँ पे cation ज़्यादा तो anion चाहिए, तो यहाँ पे anion ज़्यादा तो क्या चाहिए? Cation. And what cation will come from salt bridge? K plus. So what is the role of salt bridge? There is a complete of the circuit, and second, movement of ions to maintain the electrical neutrality of the solution. Is it clear? Okay. So the same thing you can see that experimental also. Okay. What is this? Zinc sulfate. What is this? What is the color of zinc sulfate? What is the color of copper sulfate? Okay. So these are the two electrolytic solution. In this electrolytic solution, we are going to dip electrode. This is zinc electrode. This is copper electrode. Okay. So zinc electrode dip into zinc sulfate. Copper electrode dip into copper sulfate solution. You can see galvanometer reading. Now you can see the circuit is still incomplete. So there is a no deflection in galvanometer. The reading is still 0. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So what we do, we have to put what? Salt bridge. So this is salt bridge. Okay. In salt bridge we have taken what? Salt plus agar-agar. And what type of salt? Neutral electrolytic salt like KCl, K2SO4, which mixed with what? Agar-agar. And this salt bridge is just, you can see now, you observe it. As soon as you are dipping the salt bridge, connecting salt bridge both solution, what observe? There is a deflection. Yes or no? So why you are deflecting in this side? Galvanometer actually showing the reading on the direction of the current. And you know current flow from cathode to anode. So current is flowing from this to this direction. So that direction there is a deflection, right? So this is the concept of electrochemical cell. Again you remove salt bridge, what will happen? Again 0. Again, this circuit is incomplete. As soon as you are putting, the circuit is complete, and hence there is a electricity is produced, and there is a deflection in galvanometer, right? And what is the role of this salt bridge? One is the circuit is complete. Second, you can see the zinc is oxidizes into zinc 2 plus ion, and the electron is flow from this side to opposite side. And you can observe even after some time, you can see here there is a deposition of copper. यहाँ पे कुछ copper deposit हो रहा है.